Hey, it's Frank from Minnesota Camping, and today me and Lisa are out on the Superior Hiking Trail. We are going to try to do 30 miles from Cook County 1 to our Kramer Road to the Finland recreation area. That's 30 miles total. We're going to try to split it up into 3 days, nothing too strenuous. Today we did about 9 miles, which actually is pretty good considering that me and Lisa are both running off about 2 hours of sleep. We drove 4 hours starting at 3 o'clock this morning. Got up here, it's been raining all day, and so we got 9 miles. We are at the Caribou Wayside area campsite. It's a great campsite, one of the better ones that we've been at on the Superior Hiking Trail. Got the river down there. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's providing some nice background noise. And we got to camp a couple hours ago. It was still raining, so we decided to take a nap, try to catch up on our sleep, and we woke up and the sky is clear, the sun's out, and it's a beautiful day. So we're going to camp here for tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to try to get in another 12 to 15 miles to kind of catch up from some of the... We were supposed to do 12 today, make it a little bit further, but we were just too tired, so we stopped at 9. So we're going to try to make up some of that time tomorrow, and then we'll finish up to Finland on Wednesday. Today is Monday. So far the trip, like I said, going great. I packed a little bit heavier this time. One of the items that I decided to bring with, which is brand new, well for me, they're not brand new, they've been around forever, but there's these Sven saws, S-V-E-N saws from Sven Products in Duluth, Minnesota actually, and I got this at REI. That's about 25 or 30 bucks. And the reason I got it was because we never really have fires when we are out camping, because usually we just gather little twigs and stuff and that we can find, and usually these campsites are pretty picked through. And so I thought I would try to bring a saw, and this is what I picked up, and so far I've been able to cut, you know, a lot more wood, especially the dry stuff that normally, like when it rains like this, you wouldn't be able to get to. And it's so far going great. I mean, my fire is kind of dying down now, but it basically slides together. I just put this on the side of my pack, and then it's got a little, it's all aluminum. I don't know how much it weighs exactly, but basically it just snaps together like that. Put a little wing nut. I guess that's the only maybe downside to this thing is if you ever lost the wing nut, you would it would be basically worthless. But and then that's it. Just a simple light aluminum cutting saw, and I love it. I'm glad I brought it. I think, you know, as long as I'm not packing too light and I'm not doing too long distances, I'll continue to bring it, because it's kind of nice when you get back to camp to have kind of a nice relaxing fire and kind of chill out by the fire. So we're going to go explore the area. Maybe I'll get some video of the falls further down the river, and we will see you tomorrow. I don't know if you can hear me, but here's Caribou River. This is just a few minutes away from the campsite. Okay, so it's day 2 of our Superior Hiking Trail trip. We ended up getting our distance back that we lost yesterday from camping a little bit early, and we made it to the campground that we were going to stay at on our second day. It was about a 14-mile hike. It was a rough day for both of us, actually. We got in about 6 o'clock. As you can see, we got about the tent set up, and that's about it. We ate dinner on the trail, and Lisa's taking a nap already. I'm just kind of getting stuff put away. I'll show you some. This campground is Sanja Lake. It's the south side, or south campground of Sanja Lake. It's a group campground. We looked at the north one. It was didn't have the best water access, so we decided to come up to this one, which is just maybe 0.3 miles further down the trail. And we're right on Sanja Lake, I think is how you pronounce it, and it's gorgeous. I'll show you that in a little bit. And yeah, it's been a good day. Perfect weather for hiking. I'm kind of glad we cut it short yesterday because it was raining most of the day. So today we had sunshine pretty much all day. Nice cool temperatures, probably in the 70s or so. And we just got a short 6 or 7 miles. I think 6 miles tomorrow, and then we're out of here. So I'll show you around the campground a little bit and show you the lake, and that's about it. And okay, so here's our campsite again. Obviously that's where we're set up. And there's my tripod and all of our gear sitting there. You can See, all of it is not put away or anything like that. Over in this area, we got more tent pads. Like I said, this is a multi-group, so they have at least 3 big setups here. There's another one. If we walk this way, try to hold the camera as steady as I can. All right, where are we at? Oh, there we go. There's another big. Probably could put 2 tents in there. And then if we pan around, you can see kind of just how big this area is. This is the biggest campsite we've ever stayed at, the Spear Hiking Trail. Little fire pit. We probably won't have a fire tonight. We're too exhausted. I think there's a latrine up that way. And for the first time ever, look at this. It's a grill. Never seen a grill on a Spear Hiking Trail. So I guess that's the comforts you get when you're staying in the group campground. So, and then the lake access, which is just down this way, we will has this little island thing, and we'll go show you that next. And here is our campground sign. I'm actually pronouncing that wrong. It looks like it's Sanju. Is that right? I don't know. It's not Sanja, that's for sure. And it's a multi-group, like I said. And then I will, again, the river's just down this way. Okay, and here is the entrance to Lily's Island. This is just right off the trail. This is actually, when I first saw this, I thought this was where our campsite was going to be, so I was so excited. I didn't even read the sign that said no campfires or anything like that. So, but little boardwalk going out here. It's kind of just like a little rock island on this lake. It's kind of reminds me of the Boundary Waters a little bit, but as you can see, it's just amazing. A little swamp over there, a little kind of swampy. But then over here is the lake itself. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It's going to be really bright, but let me see if I'll turn my exposure compensation down and see what happens. Well, I can't tell on the screen if that's helping or hurting, so I'll just put it back to normal. But you can see it's just amazing out here. So this is our other campground that we were going to stay at was just kind of on this side over in that general area, kind of on the other side, facing that little inlet over there. And I don't know if you can see the lilies on the lake, but they're just pretty cool. And then it comes to a little island. I'll show you real quick. I can hold my camera steady enough to get up here. There's a little visitor sign in here for people that want to register their names. And then the rest of the lake from over here, you can see there's that little inlet that the other campsite's on. And that one's not a multi-group. That was just looked like it had maybe 1, possibly 2 tent pads. I'll go over here and show you the rest of the lake. But again, I think it'll probably be too bright for this camera. Maybe I'll come back out here at sunset, see if I can get some better shots with it not being so bright. And there's no camping. You can't camp on this particular island. There again, there's the lake. It goes all the way down there. So that's Lily Island. And like I said, I'll try to get back out here at sunset, and maybe we'll have some better views. Okay, day 3, we're all done. We just powered through 6 miles in 3 hours, so probably the quickest we've done this trail, but there's beer at the end of the trail, so that's why we have a little more motivation today. So it's actually a pretty quiet section. I think we went to Sanja Lake, so 5.7 miles, not quite 6. And we're done. So Red Bull, showers, and beer in that order, and we'll see the Spear Hiking Trail again next year. Okay, so we're back from the Spear Hiking Trail, and I thought I would do an unpacking video since most people do a packing video before they go, but I thought I would show you what my pack looks like after our trip. So this literally pretty much hasn't been touched since we got out of the woods just this morning. So I'm just going to start on the outside of the bag. think in my earlier video I showed them I saw that I'm bringing. Used it the first night, didn't use it after that. And for the weight, I don't know if I would have, I don't know, it depends on if I have a lot of fires when I might bring that again. The pack itself weighs right now, I don't think there's food in there, there's a bug on there, but there's some water in here. The pack weighs about 21.5 pounds, but I had a 4.5 pound tripod that went on there too, which is I'm using now, so that's not part of the weight. So I have my poles for my tent, used the Nemo glossy tent. This side would have been the tripod. Let's remove some of these compression sacks. So, real quick, now I know a lot of people pack their bags differently. I've seen a lot of videos where people kind of just shove everything in there without using bags, but I still use bags because I don't like things getting wet. Our trash bag that we use, I said before, we use these, I don't even know who makes them, but they're like a leak-proof, odor-proof bags. Something. Here's my clothing. Again, I keep it a little, this is a Granite Gear twist bag. I actually brought a lot more clothing than I normally do. I brought pants, shorts, 2 pair of socks, and 2 shirts. Ended up using almost all of it because it did get cold at night. My personal bag, I'll go through that later. We use a platypus water filtration system. That needs to be cleaned out too. Rain cover, I ended up using that because it rained almost the entire first day. Here's some of my clothes. Actually, I did kind of throw a few of my clothes in here when I know I didn't need it anymore, like my pants I wasn't going to use, my rain pants, my fleece. So sometimes I do pack, but for the most part I like to keep everything in bags. This is my Nemo air pad, my sleeping bag, which is, and then that's just a Mountain Hardware sleeping bag, and then the tent, and the tent stakes, the tent poles, and that is it. That's all I had in my bag. Most of the time I carry the food too, but at the end of the trip, Lisa took over the food, and she also has a stove and what we eat out of, which is pretty much nothing. Almost all the food's gone. We use all Mountain House foods, and all we use is these long handle spoons, titanium spoons. That's all we do. We don't bring any more bowls or cups anymore. We just use those, and that is it. So, I'll go through this real quick, just to show you what I put in my personal items. So basically, I used all this stuff. Nothing here got unused. So, even including the saw got used. And this bag a little bit different. Here I got my cotton balls with my Vaseline. Again, I use those to start fires. Little first aid kit. Ended up using some bee sting stuff in there. Not bee sting, but like some anti-sting stuff. I got hit by a horsefly right in the hand. My lantern, to be honest, with the daylight, I didn't even use this, but maybe one time. Bug net, I did use that. This is a Sea to Summit bug net. We both used these the first day when it was raining. Toilet paper, didn't really use that. That hanky I didn't use. My toothbrush, a little small one from Z-Packs, use that. Sunscreen I don't use. My favorite lantern that I used multiple times, I think I'm going to start keeping at home. Unless I'm going at it like fall or spring where it's a little bit darker at night, but otherwise we can use our headlamp. But sometimes if you want a lot of light, like just at night if you're reading a book, that's nice. My rope, I don't use bear bags. I don't hang my food over trees. I actually just hide it. Lip gloss, my lighter, and my Leatherman. So for the most part, out of everything I brought, I could probably ditch this. I would definitely ditch this. Maybe even the sunscreen. I mean, even with how hot it was, we were pretty much in the woods the entire time. And that's it. That's my bag. 21.5 pounds. And then the water, which I used the platypus. Let's see how much water I have left in there, because that wasn't full. I just got maybe a few ounces, maybe 30 ounces, maybe 20 ounces. But so that obviously had a little bit of weight to it, but not. It would have been a few more pounds if I would have had the entire thing. This is all I carry for water, and then sometimes we carry some lighter or some extra water, but for the most part, all we use is this. So that's it. Trip's over. Now I get to clean all this stuff up. So thanks for watching.